looking in the distance like it's really weird.
I did a job interview at Stacked Pickle with a mirror behind me, and one of the people I was actually supposed to be talking to was sitting beside me. So half the interview, I was just looking into the mirror between the two other people that were talking to me at the other girl, and she was basically looking there too. And our CEO goes, "It's really odd that you're looking forward and she's looking forward." Can you hear us? Okay.
It just got louder. Like I think.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah,
it's him.
No, but it's like a.
Yeah, there's a short. I think. Is that better?
I think we can just hear you because.
This one.
How's this?
This one's
Oh.
fine.
Oh yeah, that's you.
There we go.
Yeah, you might have to. There might be a little bit of short in it.
You don't have to hold it. No, that's craziness. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
you just hold
Please
it the
don't. There you
entire
go.
time. Is
You're good.
that better?
Better? No.
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 How about here? Let's just twist it.
Twist it up. Break it.
How about now? Check 1, 2.
You better
Just kind of doing this.
Better get some new shit.
I can give him mine. I just put my headphones in. Is
What about now?
Probably should.
that better? Anything?
Dude.
Sorry.
I was like, oh, I can kind of hear like at the beginning, just because we were so close talking.
Here, I can give you mine, and then I can take those. Because I got this.
There you go.
Oh,
There we
good. We
Whoa.
good? Okay,
Whoa.
nobody touch it.
Don't
Whoa,
move.
calm down. Take it down a notch there, Andrew. I'm taking you down.
That's me. That's not here. I'm right here.
Just take yourself
It's okay.
down. Bye, Andrew.
Oh, all right.
Bye, Andrew.
Let's turn this up out there. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Union Jack Pub. First time ever in Broad Ripple.
Said it was like such disdain.
No, I didn't. I'm not.
Union
It's not
Jack
no.
Pub.
Union Jack's Pub in Broad Ripple. We are the Permanent Relegation Podcast. We broadcast every other Tuesday, typically from Chatham Tap and Fishers. But we came down here because folks like Peter Evans wanted us to come down here to watch a show. So
having himself a delicious Kyle Highland right now. The high life. Get it? Yeah. That's
champagne of players. Anyway, we've got tickets.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's a little warm back here,
It's hot.
but it's okay.
Stop breathing all that fire, sir. The guest is breathing fire.
We'll get to our guest here in a second. I'm Andy. Chris, as
Chris,
usual.
I'm drinking a beer.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
okay. Took a break last time because we had our charity euchre tournament, the Game of Kings euchre tournament that Mr. Janicki over here played in.
There's one guest down. All right. Excellent.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
But raised a lot of money for charity, raised about $500 for charity. Yeah, it was a good turnout.
It was. No, it turned out really, really well. I know there were some people that were way more disappointed in losing. Woj.
Yeah, Woj in particular.
He got turned into a meme quick. Like,
You mad, Woj?
You mad, bro? Yeah, you mad, Woj? Man, he was just, oh.
Brad Ring got right in his face right when he lost, too, because they lost 10-9 on the third game.
Yep.
And he was not happy.
Well, Highland was giving it to him the entire time, though. I mean, it was nonstop, just ripping that kid. And so, I know, poor guy.
But
What?
go ahead.
So Woj, that's why Woj scored, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just so ramped up, man. I'm
Just,
telling you.
just angry.
Yeah, he was really angry.
It's like,
So we just need to
gotta
play.
score a
We need to
goal,
play
gotta
more
keep off
euchre
our
games.
back.
Yeah, right.
You're going to leave me alone. I'm going to score goals now.
We're gonna play more euchre games, so Woj gets more fired up and scores more goals.
Then again, people still gave him crap for the celebration after the goal, so he still got something.
Did you just yell at him, hey, Brandy Chastain, put your shirt back on?
No, after the first one, we had
Wow.
a running tally for Woj like on the board. Like Sunday, we had a training Sunday after the game. We had a second goal, and it was like, what was the worst celebration, the first one or the second one? It was like you just run back or taking your shirt off, because that one was planned, and you just took your shirt off, and you got a yellow. It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
right.
you were thinking about it because you got a lot of crap for it after the first one, and that's what you came up with on the second one.
A yellow card, right.
All right,
That's
buddy.
my yellow card celebration.
That's in the 2 goals back.
We've still been telling people that there hasn't been a celebration up in the stands yet, and I know Duke and Daniel said that if they ever score, they're going straight for the stands. Because the Brickyard Battalion would love to have somebody come over and just.
A little Lambo leap action type thing.
Oh, it's kind of high up there. I don't know that Peter.
Peter will catch him. Peter Evans over here, but Peter will catch
I
him.
mean, I know he's got the guns over there, and he could probably pull up a full soccer player by himself. But you might want to jump towards like Retz or somebody. I'm sure they could just one arm you and no, don't do it. Okay, all right.
Or Mike Squared on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But anyway, so we are at Union Jack Pub. Some promotional stuff going on. Specials night. Goose Island is $3.75, and then they have $5 summer bottles. So that's flat 12 cucumber Kolsch.
They don't have any terrible Michigan stuff, do they?
Michigan. I mean,
No.
tap here. Come on.
I got like I don't know, Oberon.
Bells, you gotta have some bells.
Yeah, they
here
probably have some bells somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's a beer list.
That's
There's probably
delicious.
some bells in
Bells,
here.
come on.
Bells is all right.
Don't hate on the
Too hard,
Michigan
it's pretty
beers.
Really, it's just like Grand Rapids is the only decent thing in Michigan, right? Just Grand Rapids.
I know my sister lives in
Traverse City.
Sturgis.
Traverse City's
Traverse
pretty
City,
good.
come
too.
on, give it the Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes,
I'll give
Traverse
it-
City.
Yeah, that's true. I'll get that. Big Bear
Detroit's a
Dunes.
Detroit's a
I'm
beautiful
lost in
city. Come on.
translation right now.
This is the part where Dragan just smiles and laughs the entire time.
This is
Like,
great.
yes.
We'll talk about your slightly broken toe in a minute. You leave
No,
us alone.
it's not broken. It's just maybe. A little.
It's just kind of
Maybe.
broken.
He goes, I kind of have a broken toe.
It's
Like,
just a different color than the other 4 toes on his foot. But it's probably not broken.
It's not.
August 8th, there is the Premier League kickoff party with Dogfish Head. So come here for that. There's a 90-minute IPA.
with jalapeno.
Yeah, with jalapenos. That's
That's
that's pretty nuts.
If you're an IPA fan.
Yeah,
90 Minute is arguably one of the greatest IPAs in America
that
right
is
now.
a delicious IPA.
It's fantastic. It's delicious.
October 3rd is the Pumpkin Beer Fest. Oh, outside in the parking lot. And then this, of course, I'm a 5-year-old.
Yes, you are.
The Union Jack is, of course, the official home of the American Outlaws for all the watch parties for the U.S. men's national team, women's national team, Indy 11 games. There's a watch party tomorrow at 6,
I was gonna say, how's that gonna interfere with your trivia?
and then trivia at 8. It's okay. No,
Because
we'll
I can
just-
hear you. No, I want you to
no,
just tell
'cause
me.
We'll tell it out here through here. One round of 4 questions at halftime of the game, the U.S.-Jamaica game tomorrow for the Gold Cup. For
Excellent.
soccer trivia,
Semifinal.
here every other Wednesday. Typically starts at 8. Yes. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at Union Jacks. So if you guys know your soccer, have you guys been to the soccer trivia yet?
I haven't.
No?
I'm not good at soccer trivia, but I'd like to give it a shot.
Let me,
Free.
I'm going on a limb because like almost every soccer player we interview, you don't watch any ever.
You know what? I didn't at all until about like 5 years ago. I probably started watching a little bit, so now I'm like sort of informed. But like I got crap from all my teammates. Like you don't know who anybody is.
You can't get crap from all your teammates because
Well-
half of them don't even watch soccer
Well,
anyway.
yeah, in this team, yeah.
Can
maybe.
we just get to the real guest that does watch soccer and has a really good team?
Oh
He's
my
got an
God.
amazing team.
Dragan knows every player in the world, no doubt. I go to Dragan with my
Right.
soccer questions, so he needs to be on my team if we show up to trivia tomorrow.
I don't know the players here from the U.S. No,
Yeah, well,
Well,
I don't know them.
It's all right because Peter will probably, if he knows you're coming, he'll probably throw some really obscure, weird questions from like 2nd division Italy. Yeah. Peter's like, yeah, of course. So our guests tonight, 2 Indy 11 players as usual. One Mr. Greg Janicki. I'll get the easy name out first. You've been working on the name. Go for it.
Dragan Stojkov, right?
Nice.
Yo, it's much better than Woj's name.
Well, yeah. Which Brian, that's not very hard either.
It is hard. It's
No.
difficult.
Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
thanks guys for joining us.
good to be here.
Thanks
At
for
this-
having us.
Train wreck of a podcast that we usually do.
Man, it's so amazing.
So
Hey.
lots to talk about since we've been basically gone for a month
Oh, has it been? It has been that.
It's
long.
been a month.
Jeez.
because we took break.
We're not
for
really
the
ever
Euchre
gone
tournament.
though. I mean, we're
Yeah.
available on different
On the social medias,
on the medias.
at PR Podcast Show. Tweet to us using hashtag BYBcast. And speaking of trivia, we're going to have you guys come up with some questions to give away these tickets for Saturdays. So we got 2 pair of tickets. One of them's like the $65 like premier level seats. So it's
why
gotta
did
be-
you say anything? I want those. I'm gonna get those real quick.
Questions about
So
Anything.
anything doesn't matter.
You gotta make it semi-hard where it's not like
Yeah, a lot of times we
where
don't want to
is
Google.
Macedonia. Don't do that because that's like right on Google. Although if you Google that, you still like if you don't know any of those, you really have no idea where that is still. Like, so
that
that's-
would be an issue because we have like with the name issue with Greece.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
right. Yeah, it's true.
Greece, they have like an area. It's called
Macedonia, northern
as
Greece.
well.
Really?
You two tonight
Already
are going
learned
to be.
something.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a knowledge show because these two, I think, are going to have like some weird geek off, like history, geography geek off tonight.
How dare you know where places are in the world, Andy? That's terrible.
When we
I
go
mean,
do trivia,
I know there's America, and then there's those Canada people, And then there's all those Mexicans down below. And after that, where's everybody else? I know, I get it. America.
It's pretty much how most
America.
people view.
I spent a lot of time in an airplane this weekend, so I was studying the United map and where they fly. So I was kind of scouting Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
so.
let's talk about that a little bit. You guys had some
He said
travel
no, thank
issues.
Yeah, a little bit.
You had some travel issues on Sunday.
I'm sure he wants to relive that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather relive the travel issues than the game.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
No, it is what it is, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't go back on it now. But no, it was Friday. Friday was the travel issue, the pregame, which is not an excuse for the game, but it was a terrible day of travel. Yeah, we got delayed. One of our engines didn't start up on the plane, which was always nice to hear when you're about to take off.
Good thing you were on the ground. Not
Yeah, we were
safety.
still
Right.
still on the tarmac, I guess. But yeah, switched planes, and then there was a weather issue, and I think there was a bunch of planes backed up. So there was like 30 in front of us. So we spent about 5 hours in the airport or something like that. Friday, Sunday was a smoother trip back, but I don't know where else to look. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror. It's just like
It's like when you're on TV and they have the little monitors there, and you can't help but just
yeah.
Or when
Like-
you take when
Like,
you
do my
someone takes-
eyebrows really do that when I'm talking? That's really weird. So now you're just like thinking about it. Like, don't.
I know now. It's like I want you to just move over a little bit to the left. There you go.
Oh,
Now I just look
okay.
in your eyes.
Oh, it's an intimate moment now.
We have a dad moment here. All right. So
You don't have to do that with me. It's okay. Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. The hair's good. So I guess let's just kind of get started with what we usually like to do is kind of get your guys' history a little bit of how you started playing soccer, how you got into it.
Well, this is we did this wrong. We have one player, and then we have like Indy 11's #1 fan, basically from what we heard about. Not really a player on the team,
Oh.
right?
So yeah, quick backstory about the at the euchre tournament while Greg, you were playing with my girlfriend Rebecca as a partner, and then you were playing with guys that we actually tailgate with on a weekly basis
Yeah,
for home games.
and we were talking about that building up to this.
Yes, so you guys were talking about the tailgates,
Yeah,
having a friendly chit chat during the euchre game,
correct.
and then Jacob, I'll throw out his name there, I don't care. So Jacob turns to you and goes, "Hey, you come to the game Saturday?" And what
Yeah.
was your response?
I think his actual question was, "What do you do for a living?" And I said,
I work at Tire Barn.
"Play for the team."
I play-
Yeah, I'll be at the game Saturday. Hey,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
I'll see you there.
You want to come tailgate? You want to come party with us?
Oh my God.
I wasn't wearing any Indy 11 gear though. I mean, to his credit, but it's not like we wear helmets out there, so maybe he should know what my face looks like a little bit. We're not NFL players, I guess.
No, man, because it freaks people out because like you either have this version or again you have your evil twin version, and we don't know which one we're getting.
Yeah, you caused
So-
a bit of controversy on Twitter before the show started because the official supporters group for Liverpool watches their games here. So this is like a Liverpool club or bar, and apparently in the one of the Indy 11 programs, you did an interview, and this was with the stash. Was that stash not the best thing in the world? His mustache.
The best one I have picture in my mobile.
Hey, you too?
Yeah, he's got one too.
Well, Dragon's got pictures of everything in his mobile phone. First of all,
That's
Dragon's phone is going to get confiscated for all types of weird stuff. Oh yeah, but do you have it with this look of longing here? Like, I
man.
can't wait to
Seriously.
play today.
See, that's like
So-
only a couple weeks in too. I mean, I
How-
feel like
jeez.
I feel
I
like
have the
it
same
gets
one.
a little more bushy, and it's got some room.
Do you curl the ends ever? You just
I've
kind of
never
curl them up?
gotten the ends curl. Corey's had a mean
Oh,
end curl
yeah.
on his.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it long enough on the ends
Oh,
for some reason.
you got
But I also haven't tried the wax on it.
The other-
I haven't went down that road.
The other thing
yet.
too is that we talked about at the euchre game that with the Detroit hat and a mustache, all you needed to do was wear a Hawaiian shirt. It was just Magnum PI playing euchre.
You gave me an idea for Halloween. I already have my costume now. It's like thoughts
really
over
easy.
because it's
Really
always
easy.
stressful around Halloween. You don't know what you're going to be.
The
You're
only-
trying to come up with something. But
The
I
only
got
problem is your arms. Based on your arms, you are definitely not Tom Selleck body here, dude. That is not going to
I
play
got to
out.
put on some weight a little bit. I
Yeah,
got to do
right.
some curls.
Yeah.
Something like
You got the height there, though. I mean, it's pretty good. So
just start eating more.
Yeah, that's the same one. That's his picture.
that's my photo. Thanks. That's awesome.
That needs to. Does that pop up when he calls you? If you
You know what the worst thing is? Like the one, I think, like if you Google me, I feel like, and yes, I've Googled myself to see what's out
Why
there
not?
once or twice.
Right.
You
Who
know,
doesn't?
just to see what's out there. But it's the picture that pops up first, I think, is like me in the DC United locker room with like the chops and the handlebar. And it's like close up, and I look just so bad. And it's like, that's the first one. That's the first. So like everyone's like, "Where's the stash?" Like like that picture happened like yesterday. I was like, that was like 8 years ago. Dude. Like, I don't have that still, but it comes and goes once a year. But
there needs to, if you guys make the playoffs, there needs to be a playoff stash or a playoff chops or something.
I would have kept it probably longer, but we lost 3-1 to Minnesota.
And you're like, screw this, that's out.
Like, nah, yeah, it's like a superstition thing. Like the first time I grew it, when I played in Pittsburgh, they made all the rookies grow it. So it was like rookie hazing, and I was like the only rookie that could actually grow it. We were all pretty young, like they weren't getting anything. So, and then after a while, I was like, okay, well, I'll just keep it. So I kept it for like a month and a half, and then the fans actually started chanting like, "Porn stash, porn stash," and they had to cut that out because there were so many kids at the game. They just they made them stop chanting.
Look at this. There it
Oh my God.
Yeah, with the bald head too. It's like, man, that was.
You can't really see it.
That was a,
you can do a Google of Greg Janicki and his DC United.
me in all my glory. Jesus.
Shave, dude, you look like extra from American History X.
Seriously. I look scary, and I was going for like maybe the intimidation.
Wow.
Like
I wanted to do movie references for Dragan because he would get it.
Because I haven't said anything like 5 minutes.
Hey, you
It's
can
okay.
jump in at any
Yeah,
time
you
you
can
want
jump
to.
in whenever you want to.
This is not formal.
Just throw it.
Just-
Yeah.
If you got some shit you need to say to him, just say it.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to get out on each
I'll
other.
shut up, man. What do you want to say?
I don't know what kind of mood he's in, after this game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
hey,
jeez.
Dragon, put me on the spot. Like this.
No, I don't know.
Hey,
like,
did you see me at D mid though? I got some run at D mid. It was when we were down 3-1, so it wasn't the best
Hey, but
timing
still, you
wise, but
got to move around a bunch.
yeah, it was a little. You could get on the ball a little bit, you know. I mean, they were
Test
just
that cardio out.
Yeah, I mean, one run. I mean,
And it was like 1,000 degrees out
there was
there, too,
talks
right?
about me maybe playing there, but
I think
Tim
that's
and I,
done
we
now.
came to the conclusion that like I can't go 90 minutes there. I've not played in a little while, and plus D mid is a whole different ballgame. So we came to the conclusion that you're not going to go 90 minutes, but you may sub in at the end of the game. So that's kind of what happened. But I don't know. It was what it was.
Was it
I've been
really
saying
that
for
hot out there, too?
it was really hot. Yeah,
Like-
I mean it was.
Worse than Indiana hot?
I mean, it was just 3 o'clock hot, you know. It was
Yeah.
like it was probably similar to what it would be here. It was really humid, but 3 o'clock hot, and it was just the turf was just on fire. I mean, it was just a lethargic game. And then you go into it's like every time you go to Canada, whether it's Edmonton or Ottawa, it's just lethargic on Sunday in the middle of the
that's what
afternoon.
What is the deal with the Sunday
yeah,
games?
And
Why
they
they
get-
play at 3 o'clock though? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, the CFL. I think they always say the CFL plays Saturdays or something like that, so they do it on Sunday, but. It's summertime. I don't think the CFL. I don't know if they're playing now, but
Resident soccer expert is over there nodding his head saying, yes, it does play on a Saturday.
yeah, that's what
Okay.
I thought. I mean, we played there Saturday in Ottawa last time we played there, which was odd. But yeah, it's always just kind of feels like a men's league game. You really got to be like mentally strong because the travel always sucks going there. You always get screwed and then travel, and then it's just there's no one in the stands. It's on turf. It's mid Sunday afternoon. It's like.
I should be grilling out, having a beer.
It's nap time or
Right.
something,
It's
you know.
nap
And so you
time.
really got to like get yourself together and be professional about it. But didn't
Right.
work out for us this weekend. But
Brian Cook also tweeted the picture that Rebecca found, so we retweeted that right now for the DC United.
let's get that one out there in circulation again.
You know who he looks like on this? He actually looks like Trevor from Grand Theft Auto. One
Tim
of the
Sylvia.
looks
like Tim Sylvia.
too.
That's a bit, yeah, I can see. Yeah, you got some Tim Sylvia in you too.
Oh, all right.
a little bit.
You an MMA fan? Is that right too? Little bit?
A little bit. Back in the day, I know Tim Sylvia, but I probably kind of 5 guys I would be able to tell you their names
It's
right
okay.
now. But
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Now let's turn to Dragan.
Okay.
It's you're on, buddy.
Now you're on. So
So one day you're just in the backyard playing in Macedonia. Next thing you know, you're playing for the Galaxy. How does that work? You're just kicking the ball around with some friends. They're like, "Hey, you want to come to American play?" And you're like, "Oh, why not?
Sure."
Sounds good." So tell us your backstory.
That was like, how can I say, a new challenge for me.
Yeah.
I wanted to come here and just try and see how it is, because I don't know how much about things in Europe and especially Eastern Europe. Yeah, we're not talking about Western Europe like Germany,
Right. Yeah.
where Christian played.
Right.
where all the
It's kinda
wusses are.
So yeah, like after playing in Serbia like for 4 years, I decided like that I need a new challenge, and I had a I had the chance to play in Romania. I got offered a contract, but that's kind of like, I mean, maybe it's a little bit better championship than Serbia, but kind of like the same thing.
Yeah.
All the stuff around.
Norway didn't come calling, because I swear every player somehow has played in Norway at one point or another. No.
So I actually went on a trial in Galaxy. So I was like 1 month on a trial.
Okay.
And that's how I got here.
What do you think of Indiana so far?
You came what? No,
I mean,
when
it's
was it?
different than California.
Oh, obviously. It's the same thing. Same thing.
It's just, I mean, I don't know. I like it, you know, like it's easygoing, like no traffic, no. The weather is a little bit weird.
That's very true.
And it's the land of horizontal beauty. I mean, there's just tons of mountains around, and
No mountains.
no, none of those. That's true. None of those. Yeah.
I was surprised actually that there wasn't as many lakes here as I thought there would be. Just from Michigan, being back in the Midwest, I was like, you know what? There's a couple that
It's not like you were that far to come down here and be like,
It's like you went to a
I've
state.
never
like,
been to Indiana before.
Well, no, I've been through it, but I never like. Well, it's not like you vacation here if you're from Michigan. You don't like come down that often to vacation. I guess I don't know.
Look, Robert Downey Jr. I mean, I get it. You don't want to be around Indiana. You just had to film a movie here.
Yeah.
We get it. Okay, we got it. Okay. I actually
yeah.
just watched that last. The
Judge.
Judge. Bam.
oh,
There it
that's
is.
see, now we're getting into so I want to ask about the movie obsession. Has this always been a thing? Because we had, I think it was Daniel
That's how I learned
who was on
English.
the show, who was like, it could have. I mean, it's possible, but Daniel was like, Dragan goes to movies all the time.
No, I
Just-
think Woj watched.
Oh, was it Woj?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he said to me that he said to, in the show that about me, about movies, about watching movies. Yeah, I mean, I like going to cinema and watching, like, I don't know, it from a young kid. I don't know.
Do you theater jump too?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love movies, man.
Do you pay for one movie and then kind of sneak into another one and not have to pay for the other ones?
Man, just set him up on this one.
It's all right.
So
I have done it.
Everybody's done it.
Yeah, for sure.
You kind of have to.
even.
But the thing is,
you got a new name tonight, Depression Greg over here. I'm gonna need you to step out, step back in.
the
Just
first
just staring
time I
into the
did-
mirror and just.
Well, I don't know when you want me to chime in. This is Dragon's moment. I'm like, I'm giving him the floor.
He's kind of been waiting his whole life for this one moment. Right, this is your shot.
What I was gonna say is that I used to steal those movie things that from like outside the door of the movie theater. I used to like steal those when I was in high school, and like I had some friends that worked at the movie theater, so we would steal them, and I knew they would get in trouble for losing them, and then it would just go up on my basement wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
That was
the
what we
first,
used
the
to
first
see.
time I did that, like going
To like
watch
different movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
movies for a ticket for one.
Uh-huh.
It was when I came here because I didn't know, because in Europe they stand like in front of the like the door, the theater door. Like,
And make
theater,
sure that you're. Yeah.
make sure that you go inside, like, and plus most of the theaters they have like seating, you know, like
Mhm.
with numbers and
It's good.
Oh, like
all-
assigned seats
yeah,
where you get a
assigned seat,
ticket
yeah.
and okay.
So it's kind of like
Indy 11.
here was like, hey,
First one.
one friend was like, hey, why don't you like, because I think I paid for another, like one time I went to see a movie and I said like, hey, let's go watch this one also, and I went outside like to pay again, and like, he was like, what didn't you say we could have like jumped? I was like, do you do that? Like, you can do that? Yeah.
No, not really. But I mean, you could. Yeah.
Have you had a chance to go to like Studio Movie Grill or
Yeah.
Flicks or anything
The
like that?
one in
It's like on the northwest
Yeah.
side.
Greenbrier.
Traders Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Traders Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there and it's nice, but I kind of feel like too much when like, for example, Jurassic World was
Uh-huh.
Yep.
it was, the theater was full and like too much like going
Right.
like
You like to go during the day when there's nobody there and you're like the one guy in the
Hell
back.
yeah.
The matinee prize.
I
be
don't
fair.
care.
Yeah, no, you're like, I just want to go see a movie. I don't care.
Dude, yes.
What's the best movie you've seen so far this year? Just
This
this year?
year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you've seen 100 so far. It's really hard to go through all those. I mean, it's a lot of movies.
I enjoyed Jurassic World. I don't know, like enjoyed it. Like it's a good film movie.
You want to go see it again because I haven't seen it.
But the best movie, I don't know.
No.
I've seen it like I don't know.
You've seen it like 3 or 4. He's like I've gone 3 or 4
You've
times.
been there 3 times already? Good. Yeah.
Sorry, that's how I kind of.
But if you want, we can go on.
Well, I want to see some, like, all right, so my wife and my child, they're going home for a week. So they just left right before I came here. So
Uh-oh.
I'm Bachelor Greg for like a week. So one of my, on my checklist is like, go see a movie with Dragan. Like, because I haven't been able to in a while.
Go take him to see Mad Max. Have you seen Mad Max
Yeah,
yet?
No, he's been saying that's really good though.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go watch that? What theater? Are you
They're
gonna
still
watch that?
playing it somewhere.
Oh, I think
No?
you tweeted that
dollar
day you
movies.
were with Woj and Dale. You tweeted like Dragan Stojkov, let's go Mad Max.
Oh yeah, let's go to Mad. Yeah, go to Mad Max with you.
He was already there. He's like, I just watched it. Thanks. Already good.
No, Mad Max is fantastic.
Yeah,
It looks pretty good. I haven't seen the first one. There's only 2, right?
No,
No,
there's
like
3
There's
or
the third
4.
one?
Yeah,
Is there?
the newest one is like the 3rd one.
I don't know anything.
Yes.
But it looked good.
It's obvious.
I-
Did you get to see the official trailer this week for Suicide Squad?
Suicide and Superman.
Yeah.
Batman, Superman.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Superman Batman looks awesome too.
So
Suicide Squad was nice. Yeah.
okay, so what do you know? Do you follow any like on those type of movies? Is it just the movies, or do you follow the lore as well of like the comic?
Yeah, I kind of like. I don't follow the comic. Like I started like getting into the characters when the movies started
coming
to
out.
come out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know about the a lot of Suicide Squad and like I don't know
All that
some of
stuff.
the characters from Marvel. Let's say.
What are you looking up?
Oh, I'm looking
up to see
Yeah,
times?
I'm looking up showtimes for Mad Max.
Oh,
So it is still out. You can still see it in theater.
Oh, is it?
There's a showing down the road from here at 9:35. Can make it happen.
Yeah, well, first off, it's a 2-hour and like 20-minute movie, and I believe there's practice tomorrow.
They don't care. Remember,
To be
Dragan
fair-
has a kind of broken toe.
And Depression Greg is
If
just going,
I've
I'm about
been-
to drink 7 beers.
If I'm in bed before midnight, anyways, I'm doing well. So it's just the way it is.
That's
So,
okay.
Hey, 2 hours, 9:30. Let me do the math here.
11:35?
Yeah, I can still be in bed by midnight. No worries.
we'll talk about it after the show.
Oh, there you go.
Because you've seen that one 6 times.
No, actually.
Did you
but-
see? You saw
I've only
Ant-
seen it once,
You saw Ant-Man,
but I've been
right?
wanting to. Yeah, have you seen Ant-Man yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
Is it good?
Dude, the
I
amount
mean, like
I know Indie Living pays amazing,
No,
but I
it
mean, the
wa-
amount of money you're spending on just movies alone at these prices, this is crazy.
Dude, he's lying to you.
kinda
He's
like-
sneaking into every movie he goes to.
no.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, I
Do you
don't
know
have
who
a
I
kid,
am?
man. So I can
He
spend,
wears
like,
his
a
Indy
whole-
11
Yeah, he wears his Indy 11 stuff.
Come on,
But
man.
I get you tickets to games. Let me
Yeah,
in.
he's got some agreement with the usher that's just like, dude, it's Dragon's here again. Here's your tickets.
We don't know
here's
who Greg is, but oh, we know who that guy is.
my- Yeah, we have no idea who this guy is. But
Yeah, I have friends everywhere. You know.
I got friends everywhere.
The normal theater he goes to, it's got a seat with a gold plate on it with his name on it.
Hey,
Come
hey,
from the back door.
Dragon,
Yeah,
your
you don't have
seat
to
is right
pay.
here.
hey, you better move. That's the dragon seat. You better move.
Yeah. Kids, you got to get up. And he just stands there with his hands on his hips, waiting for them to get up out of his seat.
I'm not that bad.
he knows what he likes. He likes Starbucks and he likes smoothies. So he's
No,
got
smoothies,
he's
no.
got people in his back
Okay.
pocket at both those
Starbucks.
places.
So what do you like?
Yeah.
If that's that nails him down, 2 things:
Wow, no, I
Starbucks
don't
and
wanna-
movies.
I don't want to pigeonhole him or whatever you want to call it. But
Button hook him. Is that what you
I
are
don't
going
know.
to say?
What's the word I'm looking for? The phrase.
Pigeonhole. I think that's
Pigeonhole.
it.
There you
But
go.
I like button hook. That's
Button
good.
hook, and that's like a go route or something.
Yeah, I think it is
Like
right.
an Adam Sandler like goat, like back in his like comedy CD
That's
days.
right. Yep.
Button hooked me on that one.
So we'll describe you.
Not mention that again.
Just eat your sloppy things over here and let him describe himself 2 things.
No, I don't know, man. I like to have a beer and go out, just enjoy myself. You know, like I haven't been in the movies in probably a year, which is sad.
Your dad.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. It takes up a lot of your time. You know, it's.
Uh-huh.
I used to have hobbies, but now I don't have hobbies anymore.
You do.
You know,
It's called a kid.
It's my son. So. No, I like to be outside though. I like to, camp and do that kind of thing, like weekend stuff, which is hard to do when you're a soccer player. So it's kind of like
I was going to ask if you thought of fashion where you play outside, maybe. instead of just being like fan club president? Like maybe you could play.
Yeah, I'd really like to
Dragan
be outside
fan
from like
club
the hours
president?
of like 10 to 12 in the morning every day.
Yeah.
And just be out in the sunlight.
Just because.
working out and
Right.
stuff, you know, kill two birds with one stone, stay fit. You also get paid. It's great.
So do you even go to practice? I mean, do you just end up at the movies like, hey, do you know what Dragan? Yeah, he's at the movies. He'll be back there now.
I don't drink. I don't go out, so I spend money on movies. You know?
So Dawson, as soon as they get into practice, he's like, I'm heading to the movies. Dawson's like, I'm hitting the golf course. That's pretty much, there you go.
Dawson's definitely at the golf course. That's another thing on the list is golf with Dawson a couple times this week. So
do you have a legitimate list of things? So you got movies with Dragan.
He's got a
my
1
head.
week
Golf.
bucket list.
Well, yeah, you know,
Probably a baseball game with Christian.
yeah. Christian's been telling me about the baseball games. He didn't want me to go to one of those, which I'm down.
There's
yeah.
3. You're getting really busy.
But it's getting busy quick, and I gotta also do some things around the house. You know, I also gotta get some quality
Shit,
couch
it's only
time.
Wednesday,
I
dude.
mean, there's
Yeah.
gonna be like on-demand movies and stuff where I'm gonna just be on the couch.
Right.
You know, it's like every time this happens, I'm like, man, it's like the week of Greg. And it's like, you know, the summer of George from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, let's go. And then like the couch just feels so nice, and I
Does.
end up there for 3 days. So,
Well, and after you eat a pint of ice cream because you're depressed, I mean,
come
it's
on,
really,
man. It's the monotone voice.
no, I know. No, it's the monotone
You're killing him
voice.
right now.
I know. Well, it's
Killing
because
him.
it's. I really am gonna move. Like it's just. It is because.
Is it
as you're
weirding you
talking-
out?
Yeah, it's fucking me up. Dude. I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna move. I have to. No, you're good. No, I like it.
Now Dragan's gonna start licking over at Greg.
I'm not
through
good at
that
eye
way.
contact as is. So like, this is just like, I don't
So,
know. It's,
oh no,
it's
you know what?
almost tripping me
It's all
out,
about
too.
you. Actually, go for it.
No.
I really don't like eye contact with myself because that really.
That's even weirding me out more.
So
Sorry, Andy.
so let's go back
get
to
this back
soccer.
on. Let's get back on track here. Sorry, Greg.
So history wise, since we're talking history earlier,
Okay.
what kind of obviously your journeys, both of your journeys are probably way different in terms of starting to play soccer
Oh yeah.
because everybody in Europe basically plays soccer. So you were like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I mean not everybody. But
Pretty much. So.
Yeah. What made you want to play and what made you want to play the position that you're in now? I mean, did you kind of pick that from an early age and then practice that way or?
the thing is, I don't know if most of the people know, but I played my whole life like D mid, defensive mid.
Okay.
Oh,
So they could have used you Sunday.
We were hoping he was healthy this Sunday. Yeah, so I didn't have to fill in there, but yeah.
So I play like D mid, some games attacking mid, but most of the time defensive mid. But when I came, actually like last year in Serbia, the coach was kind of like, I mean, we play the formation like with 2 defensive mids and like 3 in the front, but most like you gotta like be defensively good to be on the team, kind of like.
Right.
So he would put me sometimes on the right, and I guess when in the Galaxy when I came to the Galaxy, I guess there were like too many people in the midfield, so the coach like asked me if I can play like on the right, like in 4-4-2 formation, and I said yeah, I can. Like,
What are you going to say?
But
No,
the thing
and
is,
then just
like-
go sit on the bench? I mean, it's like,
I'm gonna head back to
I'm
Serbia.
good.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm
Yeah,
going back to Serbia.
exactly. Right. Serbian league is super hot right now. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Let's do it.
Serbian league is good, man.
Let's do it.
But yeah, I as I said, like I wanted this something different, like a new challenge. So in the US, it's very different than Europe, you know. Like
So, but as a kid, you started really young
yeah, as a
playing?
kid, like I started, I don't know, 5 years.
Okay.
4,
Was
5.
it your parents that got you? I mean, did your parents play or your
No,
dad
I mean,
play
like,
or
growing up, you know, soccer is like kind of like the main sport. When you go out, you see everybody like play soccer, you know, like. So, I guess I did that, and I don't
when were you born again? What year?
know. Which year?
Yeah, when
What-
were
what-
you born?
When 88.
88. All right.
Yeah.
So
You're an 88. Oh, man, I'm so old.
Yeah,
Thought he
me
was-
too.
What are you
thought he was
talking
older
about?
than that.
I'm 79.
I am old.
I'm old.
84. Yeah.
talk about 80. Hey, 81. That's cool. All right.
So I was
So-
born in Yugoslavia.
Yeah. Okay. So
Makes you
yeah.
feel
Okay.
old.
So that's what I say. So how was that? I mean, you were only 4 years old when all that changed, but I mean, how
Yeah.
was that? I mean, growing up when you were a kid.
I mean,
How was the
I
change?
didn't felt that, you know. I
Okay.
didn't felt that because
You're only like 4 years old.
Yeah, I feel like the people who lived in Serbia and Croatia, because they had an issue between each other, and
Yeah.
Bosnia. So I feel that they felt it more than us,
Okay.
because kind of like, I don't know, Macedonia is a little bit further
South of all the conflict.
So I feel like I didn't feel anything.
Your parents, so it was just kind of normal life for you.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Every parent right now in Macedonia or Serbia or everywhere who lived in that time in Yugoslavia, they want to live again
in
that
Yugoslavia.
time, yeah.
Okay.
They
That's
feel
weird. You were saying that before the show, and I was like, you'd have no idea over here that that's the kind of general consensus is they all kind of want to go back to. And why is that? What do you hear
I
from
don't
over
know,
there? Not to get all political with you. This is about soccer,
Yeah,
but I mean, but this is,
political.
but you don't get to talk to somebody from
everybody
Macedonia.
that lived in that time says that everybody had work, everybody could
Okay,
afford everything, and
economics.
go on
Yeah.
holidays and plan stuff and don't worry about things. But right now is just a lot of how can I say,
A struggle.
struggle,
To
because
live.
like let's say in Western Europe, it's the wages are like
Higher.
a lot bigger, higher than
Eastern.
So
Yeah.
people like some of the people are struggling.
Wow.
Yeah, because the prices of the, like, let's say the milk and bread is going like up every year, but the wages are staying the same. So, you know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
Kind of like,
So your parents are still over there?
Yeah,
Your
my
brothers,
parents, yeah.
sisters? Do you have any?
I have a sister,
Do you have one sister older or younger than
91st born, younger 3 years. Yeah.
younger? Okay. Oh.
So
She play too?
She just finished university.
Does she play too?
Sorry,
Does she play?
soccer?
Yeah.
No, girls
No.
don't play that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I mean,
Slow.
I mean,
You think we have
It's
a
not-
you think
it's
we have a
not a-
U.S. women's team problem here? It's Serbia,
Yeah, right?
Don't you dare touch that ball! Don't you dare kitchen.
no, I mean
Go.
they play, but they're not that good like here. You know,
Oh,
here
sure.
girls are really good. Like you can see that. You
Like
just
the-
won the World Cup. So
Right.
I
Well,
don't
yeah.
have
Well,
to-
actually, even Brazil. So most people don't even know Brazil-wise. So obviously, they're known for their men's team and the amount of training and money they have in there, but there is almost zero for their women's team, and it's crazy because they have some really good players, but they actually put together their own practices. They're not even backed. Half the time they're doing it all on their own, and it's so weird when you think of of Brazil as being, oh, it's jogo bonito, but then at the same time the women, it's nope.
So different.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's the same in Europe. Like I think the Champions League final,
Yeah.
women's Champions League, nobody watched it. You know, like
Yeah.
nobody even knew that it was like Champions League.
Wait, but there's
final.
a such thing. There's
Yeah.
a women's Champions League final.
I didn't know.
No, I'm just kidding. I know.
It's kind of like, I don't know.
Kind of puts it into context, the women's struggle in this country. I mean, they obviously would like to be compensated a little better in their, in their leagues and everything. And there's that, push to get them paid, and
Right.
they deserve it. But in context to other countries, it's probably like they're
They
doing
can't
all
even play,
right.
yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
It's crazy.
Right. See,
It's such a weird.
brought to you by
that's
the
what
more you
wanted.
know. This
Yeah.
is what I wanted. I wanted this, not to put it all as just a political historical front, but again, it's an interesting thing you don't get to hear about here, right?
Yeah, and every Greek person that is listening, I don't want to offend.
Oh,
Oh,
saying
no.
Macedonia, you know.
Yo,
because-
yeah,
If they're listening to this show,
Okay,
they're not getting
okay,
offended.
sorry. The Republic of Macedonia.
No.
Oh, no?
Even if you say
That even they still get upset.
Yeah, I mean because they have the.
But one of
The
you's not
part-
bankrupt though. So there's that. You don't have to say anything, but one of you's not bankrupt. Okay, sorry.
I don't know.
I'm leaving that alone.
I don't feel. I don't feel the people in Greece live that bad. That
Yeah.
what they show on the media.
Yeah. Oh, well, from everything that I've seen people over there, I'm kind of in agreement with you.
Because I played in Greece, I know
Yeah.
how things function there.
Where'd you play in Greece?
I played in Egalio.
Okay.
It's in Athens.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did
Like-
you play in Greece? Where
Yeah.
else did you play?
Ooh, there you go.
All over the world. Yeah.
He's like,
I played in.
where haven't I played? Is what
4 years in Serbia, you're in
Sit back
Greece.
to the Dragon Corner and let's listen
Yeah.
to the world's.
See, I like this.
I was in Korea 1 year, but I don't.
Oh, that's right.
I
That
guess
totally
I'm-
doesn't show up on your Wikipedia
Yeah.
page.
Because
talk
I was
I'll
eight-
add it
18,
later, Dragon. Don't worry.
18 when I went there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they don't have it. Yeah, but the thing is, when I was in South Korea, I wasn't playing. You know, maybe
Oh, okay.
that's why I
Okay.
didn't play one game. I was
Oh.
frustrated.
Oh,
So you're like, get me out of here.
but how do you? Okay, so you're playing over there at home
Because there you have like four foreigners. In Korea, you have like the right to play only three foreigners, and we were four.
Okay.
So one of us.
But
had
how
to,
did you even
like-
get that opportunity? You're just kind of chilling. I mean, you're playing in leagues at home, and then all of a sudden you just get, hey, you want to go play in Korea? How did you get it?
My agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're kind of a big deal over there, really, is what you're trying to tell me.
Kind of. I mean,
Go ahead,
no,
it's okay.
When I was young,
Yep.
I was on all the under 17, under 19, under 21 national teams. So I was
Wow.
playing for all of them. But when I went to Korea, that kind of like changed everything, you know, because it was so far.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. People just like forgot about me, you know, like nobody.
Really?
Yeah, like because it's so far, and
Yeah.
when you play like let's say a
Can't
friendly
watch you.
game,
Yeah.
maybe they can call you, but to travel from Korea to Macedonia just for one day and play a game, it's kind of
Really
like
expensive.
expensive. And for me, they don't know if I'm gonna perform because you gotta travel like 15 hours with the plane. You know, so.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem. It doesn't seem very.
You're
awesome.
worth it, buddy. They screwed up, man.
Yeah,
they really
so-
screwed up.
I could have stayed more in Korea, but I decided to go back in Europe just to try maybe.
Yeah.
To do something.
What was it like living in South Korea?
It was nice, man.
Yeah.
Really. I like South Korea because
Probably
it's kind
much
of like
better than North Korea.
it's yeah. I don't know how it's in North Korea, but South Korea is kind of like the U.S. Like
Yeah.
clean, very like it's a new country. You know, everything
Right.
that is built is like new.
And-
But
An amazing internet. Amazing
and,
internet.
and the people are
The
just,
porn stream's so fast there. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
He's like, I don't
Peter
know.
just rolled. Oh God.
Just finish off this high life real quick.
Yeah.
He's got another. He's all right. So, you,
Yeah. So tell us,
Mr.
your
Michigan.
travels.
Yeah, slightly
pure Michigan.
pure Michigan, man. Yeah, everybody knows those commercials, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody
Tim Allen.
hates them except
Pure
People from Michigan. I think
Come
even
up-
Michigan people hate pure Michigan.
Come up and
commercials.
swim
It's
in the
getting a little
blue
old,
waters
but-
of the Michigan.
man, we're getting a bad rep with Detroit. You know, like they're screwing our whole state over. Everyone's like Detroit. Everything looks like Detroit in that whole state. So we gotta get
just
the
like
word
Ben
out that there's some things to look at. You know, Pure
Yeah,
Michigan.
like Ben Harbor. It's good. It's where all the dead bodies from Detroit come across 94
exactly.
and get laid off there. It's super cool. I hear it's an amazing place. Oh,
Pretty
go-
much. Yeah, beautiful out.
right there by the lake. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, a slightly different road, I guess.
So you didn't
Did
play in
not
Korea?
grow up in the U17 national team or
Okay.
19 or 20.
Okay.
You know, kind of just was, you know, a decent player growing up. Obviously, way different.
What made you want to
Pedigree.
play?
Just kind of, I think it was more of my parents didn't know much about sports growing up. They kind of just tossed me in soccer. AYSO, it was like cheap shin guards, some baseball cleats, and then, you know, you're good to
And a
go.
really dirty penny.
Pretty much. So it's like he'll run around. He'll, you know, get some exercise because I think I was a crazy
Get tired and go to
kid.
bed.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I was like a little bit ADHD back in the day, I think. So they wanted to wear me out. So like, all right, soccer, you run around, you run a lot. Like we'll throw them in that. And we can't afford hockey, so we'll go this route. And it stuck. I mean, I was always a pretty good player, but it was like for me growing up, it was like, Greg, get the ball, dribble as fast as you can because you're taller and faster than most of the kids out there, and go score a goal. And then that's kind of my upbringing. So I mean, I didn't classically learn the game and growing up, you know what I mean? And then in high school, started playing a little bit higher levels, getting a little bit better. And then so my high school coach was sort of like, hey, I think you could play in college. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't even think about this.
Right.
But if I can get a scholarship, cool, let's do that.
Right.
And there was a couple schools interested, and Michigan State came out late, and we're like, okay, we want you to come on a visit. And then took like a little bit lesser scholarship to go to the Big Ten, because obviously the Big Ten's where you want to be if you're from this part of the country. So,
True.
yeah, it worked out. Ended up getting a little bit better in college. First team All Big Ten. Kind of started to care about soccer and started to take it a little seriously because I, you know,
Like, oh, shit, I'm kind of good at this. I could do
yeah.
something with my life.
couple guys on the team. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of pros at that time. Kind of Michigan State's come a long way. Their program's, I think, Elite Eight the last 2 years, so it's come a long way since I was there. But it was sort of like a couple guys maybe going to get drafted. No one's really ever gone pro, and you know, a couple guys were like, "Hey, man, I think you could maybe do this." But I didn't get invited to the draft or anything, so I had to pave my own way. Played some PDL, got my degree, graduated, and then just did like an open tryout, like a USL open tryout. It's kind of like, I'm not ready to work in an office. I did like a internship at General Electric Lighting. I'm a packaging major, designing packages for light bulbs.
Nice.
So that's what you went to school
for. Of cardboard. It's like basically. Yeah. And I'm like, this is not me yet. Let's do this tryout.
Something nice to fall back on eventually.
Yeah, I got that about 10 years later. Let's see if that degree still helped me out at all. But I got one. But no, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds were the only team that actually gave me a shot. They were an expansion team, so I went and played for them, and was kind of like, let's see if I can make it to the MLS. You know, let's keep playing. That was my goal. And after the first season playing USL, it was like they called me up. Basically, it was like our season was over in September. USL, I'd been playing pretty well at the end of the year, and I got a call. I was basically home drinking with my buddies for like 2 weeks in September, not really expecting much.
2 straight weeks,
really,
pretty much,
really fit.
Pretty much, yeah.
In
really,
form.
Like it was still hot too, you know. And they were like, all of a sudden, I get this call from I think Dave Casper was the GM at DC at the time. He's like, I think he's still there, but he's like, this is DC United. We want you to come in play a reserve game in New York on trial. And I was like, wow, like that was like
when? They're like tomorrow.
I remember, that was like the one. That was like the moment I was like, okay, I think I kind of made it. You know, this is like it was a cool moment because my parents were in the kitchen. You know, like this is actually DC United calling me up. You know, it was kind of a cool moment, but at the same time, I was like, dude, I'm not fit at all. Like I'm gonna go play a game right now. And so we went out to play a game in New York.
What was the turnaround? How fast was the turnaround?
Literally, they called me on Friday and they wanted me to be there like on Sunday. I went on like a 2-mile jog, sweated a little bit, and was like, all right, let's go. Let's play
smell
on
like
Sunday.
alcohol.
Yeah. It wasn't like, it wasn't. I wasn't as fit as I should have been, but I was like, well, here we go. And me and another guy I played with in Pittsburgh, we both got called for this reserve game, and we both cramped up, and we lost 6-1. We got smashed by New York Red Bull, and we lost 6-1. We both cramping up. I was like, dude, we're screwed. This is not happening. And they brought us both back for another game. I think they probably realized what was happening, so it worked out, man. They signed me, played a couple games. Was in DC, and then kind of bounced around from there. And just kind of 2 years in each spot: DC, Vancouver for a couple years, San Antonio for 3 years, and then Indy 11 now. So it's kind of a bumpy road, kind of I don't know, played in every league in this country. kind of
a bad thing to say, though.
No, I like the story. I mean, I think I try to tell kids, like a lot of the guys that I know, like I went back and talked to Michigan State players a few times.
Yeah.
Like, they think if they don't make the super draft, like they can't play. Dude, if you like soccer, you want to play, man, you might have to grind out a year or so. You might have to go to a tryout. You might make $500 a month. I mean, I made $500 a month in Pittsburgh. My first year. It was like, you get a house and you get $500 a month. I'm like, luckily I had an internship that I was still making money on, so it was all right. So that's like ridiculous, right?
Sure.
And then you go to DC and it was like $12,000 a year at the time was like the developmental contracts. I mean, I had to grind out some years of making nothing to kind of,
just still better than single or double A baseball. So
I always tell the story too. Like when I was in DC, I had a friend out of my bags on the couch for like 6 months basically. And I began like starting games. Like they were like playing me over guys that were making like $300,000 and I was making $12,000. And all right, this is legit paying me right now.
Yeah.
But I was riding a bike. I didn't have a car in DC, so I was riding this BMX bike about a mile station. And then I would take a 45-minute train ride into the game. So like when I started I would be in like a suit and ride this BMX bike in a suit in midsummer. It's like sweating my balls off, like going into the.
Whoa. Dragan's like too much information.
Sorry, sweating like crazy. With like everybody that's like driving by me thinking, oh man, this guy must have like 3 DUIs, like driving. Why is he riding a bike in a business suit? He's going to work. He can't
Did you roll
drive.
up the one leg? Did you roll up the one pant leg? Okay.
Had them both rolled up and my sleeves, just trying to stay cool.
It was a linen jacket.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was brutal. I mean, then I'm riding the game with like in the train with all the fans. Again, no idea who I am.
Yeah. Asking if you're going to the game.
Yeah, you going to the game? Yeah. DC United emblem right here. Yeah.
So this has been like a reoccurring thing for you.
Apparently, yeah, memorable face at all. This guy.
It's because you
gets-
keep changing it. It's basically
true.
you have different facial hair.
I don't
every
have an
time.
identity. I just like it's
So,
a
like, is it
crisis.
J.
I just
Crew?
keep changing.
Were
yeah.
you in that J. Crew ad? I think that's what they're really thinking.
J.
I
Crew?
think-
Yeah, probably not. I don't think I've ever gotten that.
No?
J.
Yeah.
Crew? Come on, no.
So being around, I mean, obviously having played for different clubs, and I mean, both of you guys have played for different teams and different clubs and things like that.
One guy's played in like 16 countries. One guy's played in
Just 16 leagues.
16 leagues. Right? I remember it's like the prodigy of
Yeah.
of the Republic of Macedonia. It's just he's just what like he's a,
I called him like the Macedonian wrecking ball or something like that on Twitter.
I mean, it's easier in Macedonia. You have 2 million people. In the US, you have 300 million. Like, come on.
well, that's true.
It's true. It's very true.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah.
What kind of advice do you have for the young players coming up? Because I mean, you kind of start to see a trend sometimes where younger players almost have that entitlement feeling, where it's like you see games from different teams and different leagues where some of the younger guys are just kind of phoning it in and being like, "I'm getting a paycheck. I'm here right now. I'm just trying to move on to the next one." And I've had conversations with other players where they're like, "This might be your only chance. This might be it for you." You know, what kind of advice do you have for those people that are just like, "Oh, I'm just going to phone it in a little bit. And
Yeah,
wait till the next call."
I think that's super hard to realize as a young kid, like when your moment is, because sometimes you like, for me, even maybe looking back, you go like, dang, that was my moment. You know, like I had to play well in that game, and things could have went in a different direction. You know, but it's hard to realize like this is my time. You know, and guys that still in college or maybe like even younger guys on our team, it's like, this is a good opportunity. There's no given. I mean, you don't have to get drafted in the super draft. You can still play soccer in this country, and you can still make a living for yourself. But it's going to take a lot of work. You have to keep learning, keep getting better. It's cliche, but it's true, man. You just some kids peak. You see these kids peak because they had talent when they were 16. They could play, and they didn't have
Freddie Adu. I mean,
right. You don't have to defend. Like you just
Freddie,
all right.
Freddie
You got-
played in my club in Serbia.
did he
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
What?
he was there for 6 months, I think.
And then he just kind of was like,
He was last
I made
year,
it. I made it. I mean, I've played at the pinnacle of my career. I'm done now. Okay,
You got
It
that $1
was
million
fun.
Nike deal or something like that. He's like, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah.
He's back in our league though, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll shake hands with him. See what's up.
And then Brad Ring will slide tackle him.
Yeah.
Take him out.
Hope so.
Spikes up.
Spikes up.
No, but yeah, I just think it's I mean, you can do it. You just have to like kind of focus and kind of realize when your moment comes and take advantage of it, because it can come and go so fast. You know, guys in this league, I think some players think that they're like you made a couple team of the weeks or something, I'm good to go. But I've seen so many guys go, all right, there's something better out there, and then like next year they all of a sudden can't get picked up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the
It's
mirror
so
again.
weird.
And then they're teamless. It can happen super quick, you know, like where you're
They're
all
working
right.
at like a Dick's.
Yeah.
Working at a Dick's
Seriously.
Sporting Good. Yeah.
So just, realizing this is the moment, somebody's always watching somebody, you gotta perform every time you step on the field kind of thing. But
To you.
I don't know. Like here in the US, is different than back home. Even in Europe, you either like, because here you go to high school, college, and
Yeah.
maybe you play soccer, maybe you continue. You have like something. You have two options. Like maybe you work something.
Yeah.
But you have like college. In Europe, is different. Even when you're like 15, 16, you realize that you gotta like make a choice. Either you go to school and stop playing soccer, or you play soccer and you like professionally, like,
Oh, really?
yeah. So it's kind of like, I feel like when you're like 15, 16 years old, it's kind of like a breaking point, what you're
Wow.
gonna do with your life, let's
Right.
say. Yeah.
At 16.
That's your
Yeah.
decision point.
That's kind of like a different thing. I mean, those are rare that go to university and play soccer at the same time, like professionally. I mean.
Sure.
So you kind of like, it's when you're 15, 16, you're realizing what you want to do with your life. So from that time, you are like, what you were saying about, then it's
Yeah.
in your head like I gotta do my best. So if I want to make it,
I know a bunch of 30-year-olds that have no idea what the hell they're doing with their life. And it's 16 and there you got to go, all right, I'm either going to be a professional
Yeah,
athlete
because,
or I'm
like,
going to go to school.
when
I
you're
know, I
16,
can't
they have
even
to-
imagine that. You
No,
know, like
it's nuts.
when you're 16, they
what I was
you,
doing
you
when I
can
was
sign
16.
like a professional contract with the
Okay.
club. So that's when I guess.
So that's that decision right there. At
Yeah.
16, you're like, here's a contract. Go ahead.
You can sign like a 2-year. It's a professional contract, but it's like until 18. It's like how can I say? To be only with your club that you grew up with,
Right.
You can. It's semi-professional. Let's
Sure.
say.
So you're like hometown
Yeah.
club.
Then you can like decide what you want to do, but most of the guys.
So that's a
16,
big
they
decision at
sign.
16.
I signed my first contract at 16, so
Yeah, that's why
It
that's
was bad.
different for me. I signed my first contract when I was 24, so it's like but at the same time, I don't know if I don't know if I could have survived signing and being pro at 16. It's like different for everybody, but it's the mentality I think over there. It's
I
like
mean,
kind of
even
what the way
when
of
I
life
was
is.
like 30 in high school, I had like I haven't been like 400 classes. I missed like 400. I don't know how to say one classes.
Okay. So
Credit.
In one day you have like 7 classes.
So you missed 400 classes in a year.
Yeah. So my main
All
like,
A's.
my main teacher was like, you can't do this in the fourth one, the last one.
Yeah,
In high
yeah.
school, you gotta like go like to be, how can I say,
you have to have a certain amount of attendance to be able to
to then,
graduate.
Right.
yeah, or you can go outside of like not attend to classes, but
Uh-huh.
still like
Have like a
Homeschool
tutor
type
or
deal.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
tutor.
and
Okay. That's
finish the
crazy.
school.
So is that what you did, or did you stay
Yeah,
in school?
the fourth one I didn't have like a choice because I was like traveling a lot,
Yeah.
playing with the team national.
Yeah.
You go to practices, you can like miss practices. It's professional,
Right.
like,
Wow.
and the fourth year I finished it like online, let's say.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So there's
Yeah.
online college.
No,
Macedonia,
it's
there's
high school.
Online
That's
high
high
school. No, I'm
school.
not saying here there's online college. Over there, they're like, yeah, just finish high school online.
Online,
How awesome
yeah.
would that have been?
Yeah, you just show up at the end of the year and
Get your diploma.
No, I mean it's kind of like you studied the whole year, and at the end of the year you have like tests and
Okay.
how do you start?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
pretty much what they do down in Bradenton. I think those kids are going to high school. It's like all online.
Like we could not have had a better mix here of this. Like when you talk about
Right.
school, and then that last minute Michigan State came through, and it was like I'm gonna play Big Ten. Like I signed a professional contract at 16. They basically were about to boot me out of school, out of high school, and I had to have a tutor.
I mean,
come,
I
or
was
else
going
wasn't
to
gonna
the
graduate.
classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when I could, like because I liked like maths and geography, let's say.
Yeah.
I was economics high school.
Oh, really?
So
So-
you got majors in high school. Huh? They do
Yeah.
majors.
So you had like a focus in high school that you would go and
See,
just
that's what's
wanna do-
crazy. Is like I didn't know my senior year of college what I wanted to do still, and he knew like he had a major in high school at 16.
He was
and
already budgeting money
and he
since
was
16,
he was
dude.
signing a contract.
Right.
Yeah, but my
He had an
first contract was
agent
bad.
at 16.
Your
like,
first contract was
What
bad.
are we
is that what you
doing
said?
over here?
It was bad. It was bad.
let me tell you how much I was making.
Okay.
The one
When
that-
you were 16?
the amount
Yeah.
75 euros a month.
Wow. So $150 basically, US
No,
dollars.
it's like $100.
$100 a
Is it down
month.
to- Okay.
Hey, contract's a contract, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You were in.
No, but
You can still say, "Hey, I'm a professional
is-
soccer
the
player."
thing is, like when you're 16, if you get a contract, that's kind of like you're happy, like.
Right.
At least they paid
Even
you in
if you-
euros and not dinar, right? Would that have been worse? What's the
To be
conversion
honest,
rate?
I
What's-
don't
you know what the
really
rate is?
remember what they were paying with it.
Okay.
I didn't even want the money. I was just
Just
paying,
have his
you know?
play
Yeah, right.
professional.
Yeah,
You're-
because
yeah.
you're paying with like with 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds
Wow.
guys against.
You got this 16-year-old kid just running around.
Just breaking people's ankles. That's great.
Nuts. You're all pros. I remember playing like indoor leagues when I was like 15 against 30-year-olds, like thinking like,
This is
and they were
great.
coming hard at me, and I'm like, 15, lay off me. But
We had a
don't
crazy
break my
president.
leg. Come on,
in my-
man.
in
Get
my
a
I have a
life.
future.
Get a life.
We had like a crazy president that was going everywhere with us. He was on the bench, like screaming and stuff. So
So those exist
but
over there too.
he,
Yeah.
he knew how to, because clubs in Eastern Europe,
Yeah.
they live from selling players. You know.
Yeah.
They will sell you and they get money for that, and that's how they live.
Right.
You know. So he was good like in selling players to
Wow.
foreign clubs. So when I was like, I don't know, a lot of the city I grew up is like 30,000 people, so it's
Okay.
small, but a few players got out, like
Yeah.
Goran Pandev.
Yeah.
You know him that played in Inter. He's
Yeah.
from my city, so
Never
wow.
heard of him.
so kind of like
No, I actually know him.
Okay.
He's on the list.
when
10.
he would get like really with you like personally, like
Yeah.
So my first game, I remember when we were traveling away, I was like very happy that I was on the roster even.
Yeah.
And we were in the bus, and he came to me and said, "Hey, are you ready?" And he's like scary, you know, like
Yeah.
and I didn't expect
You ready to do this, boy?
I didn't expect to play, you know. I was the first time in the roster.
Yeah.
I was like happy just to be in the roster. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Why?
Why? Why?
Because you're gonna start. That's why. I was like, what?
You're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, we gotta, like sell you stuff.
We gotta sell you. Oh my
We gotta
God.
sell you.
Player trigger.
So playing everywhere and then coming here, obviously the fan base here is a little bit different than. I mean, you can kind of talk about that with some of the other teams around, even the league or even in MLS, with just how indie fans are.
Best fans in NASL.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well
Peter,
done.
Peter likes to hear that.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. There, it's awesome.
Were you
We
surprised?
just saw it in Ottawa what the fan base can be like. You know, like it's unbelievable here. By far, I think the best in the league, and probably better than, I don't know what the numbers are. How many MLS teams get more than 10,000 fans at a game, or less than 10,000 fans at a game? I don't know, but it's pretty unbelievable. Especially, you know, not having our own stadium, really. You know,
Yeah.
like that will happen eventually. But you know, Carroll Stadium's been doing a good job. That you know, but it's not freaking what these New York teams are building right now. And stuff.
Right.
And we're still getting 10,000 fans at every game. It's just
Well,
unbelievable.
even San Antonio has a designated soccer complex, multiple outside of. I mean,
Yeah.
theirs is different. I mean, when you look at theirs was designated for that team, though, right?
Yeah, they built that stadium
Right.
for the team. The owner, I think, put up most of the money and just kind of built it. And I think it holds maybe 8,000.
Yeah.
But it's pretty, you know, it's a nice stadium for this league. It's better than, you know, renting college stadiums, which is what
Right.
a lot of people do, or baseball stadiums, or, you know, whatever. And I know we want to get to that point here at Indy 11. You know, I think so many people were disappointed it didn't go as well as we wanted it to this year. But I mean, it'll be awesome once they get it. It's only a matter of time before we get that stadium. But the fan base still comes out, and that's unbelievable. It really is a tribute to the front office. I mean, we have a small front office here, smaller than you may think.
They work their asses off.
And
too.
they really do work. I mean, it's for any NASL team has got a small front office, but this is a pretty small one. And to put the amount of time and effort in that they do, and to get the fans out, it's a tribute to the fans that come out, but it's also a tribute to the front office that gets the word out. And
Luder,
gets,
MLS quality with NASL budget. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that's
get
their motto in the front
there you
office.
go. I mean, and it's they do it, man. It's pretty unbelievable. But yeah, better than a lot of MLS teams that I've or places I've played.
Were you shocked when you came here that the type of, and I know the mentality in terms of going to a game is different than what it is in Europe, because we've had a couple of people talk about how in Europe it's like you don't just go to a game to be like, hey, we're all going to a game. It's like we're going to a game to go to a game. And here, even at win or lose, everybody's like, hey, good job, way to play a game, all that kind of stuff.
That was like, I was surprised with that because, for example, I was here last year. I was training with you guys at the end of the season, and I watched the game that Indy 11 won first time. Like
Oh, the
first
one,
game
yeah,
that
where everybody rushed the crowd,
everybody
yeah.
like went inside and was happy that Indy 11 won
Sure.
for the first time at home. You know, so I was like, wow, that wouldn't happen. That would not happen at home. And I know, like, people, like, first of all, nobody would show at the game
Oh,
if you do that, like the whole season, if you can't win a game.
okay.
Second of all, if they go inside the field, they won't say good job. And
They're going on to tell them how much they suck.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting hurt physically.
Yeah, right.
It's getting-
I was gonna say we had a couple guys from Serbia or Bosnia Herzegovina and Croatia on the team a couple years ago, and they were like shocked by that. Like we went around and signed autographs at the end of every game.
Win or
And they
lose.
were like,
Win or lose.
"We're not going over there by those guys. We just got beat 3-0." Like, no, it's okay. There's a bunch of kids over there, you know, like they were just blown away by it. And I think it was like almost hard. It's almost hard to go from that to where it's like life or death to like.
So like everybody's just
It can
there to
be
have
hard.
fun and watch a game.
Right. It's a little bit more of a show. It's a little more gimmicky. It just is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But it's still good soccer, and guys, you know, obviously still bust their ass.
And the
but like,
feel, the mentality. I mean, my mentality is like I feel bad when I go like if I lose a game and I go like say to the supporters and they say to me like good game. It feels weird because
to you, it's not a good game.
yeah,
no,
but-
yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not a good game. You lost, you know, and
Right.
I don't know. Back home, you feel like every game is pressure. You know, if you don't win, you have relegation and promotion. You know,
Sure.
so you kind of like every game is.
I think it's a tribute to
Wait,
Dragan.
okay.
I think it's a tribute to Dragan too, because what I respect about him is just that he brought that mentality over, and he's been able to keep that mentality. And you see it in training, you see it the way he works in games and stuff. So a lot of people that come over, it's almost like they get in vacation mode, where it's like, okay, I'm on an American vacation, and I'm just going to chill here and play in the league, make some money, and it
He's
doesn't
been
always
professional
work.
for like
Right.
14 years, man. This guy's he's been a professional forever.
Right,
I
he's
mean,
an
it's
88,
different,
but
you
he's
know,
actually like a 78 like
Yeah.
in soccer world.
Yeah.
No, but I
but-
think it's just it's a tribute to him. I think.
No, but the quality, like the players here in the US, I was surprised to be honest because everybody like in Europe don't know anything about US soccer. But when I came to the US, like there is a lot of quality here. You know.
Well, I mean, come from like a superstar like you, we get it. I mean, you
No,
probably were like, you're coming over, you're like,
That's for
I'm just
sure.
gonna wax these kids. Like, you know, he came here.
That wasn't in my mind.
He had it. First time he saw him, he had the stash, and he's like, I don't know who you are, little dude. But I'm gonna take you out.
Man, we had this guy.
No, I don't want to play against Greg. I can never win in those small games.
I'm just gonna step on your toe, man. I don't even want to, but I'm probably gonna step on that toe. Like, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm
Accidentally,
just
when you guys
slower than you.
Really
Really
guys
break
leave
it.
it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
really
yeah.
break that toe.
Break
Right.
the
when I
rest
see
of
it,
Dragon's got
When I
quick
see
feet,
him-
man. He gets kicked so much in practice because his feet just are moving around all the time with the ball. It's like, dude, just pull out of that. You're quicker than me. I'm sorry, I'm not
We gotta
trying
ask
to.
questions.
Yep.
We gotta give away some tickets, man. It's 8:06. Aren't they hard kicking us?
Yeah, we gotta have a hard stop in about 7-8 minutes because they got the pub trivia here.
Yeah. Pub
So-
trivia.
Let's give away a ticket.
Let's do it.
Let's give away a pair of tickets. I want to hear a question from you. Trivia question.
This is for anybody out there too.
Peter
An answer. I know. Nobody cares.
Evans, you can't answer because you're probably gonna know.
Yeah,
You can answer.
I got one in my mind that's sort of hard that I
Okay.
just read this article.
Okay.
And I'm still looking at myself. I'm just,
No, it's cool,
Yeah,
man.
I'm still looking at
This is
myself.
definitely the weirdest interview I've ever done over here. That's good though.
I just read this article about how the U.S. The whole DeAndre Yedlin deal to Tottenham and how his club team growing up was trying to get around this rule to get paid for that transfer fee from Seattle to Tottenham. Just kind of read it could. I mean, I don't think it'll happen because from what I've been told, U.S. soccer's kind of nipping this whole thing in the butt, and it's probably not going to happen. But it could change the whole youth soccer way things are done in this country, which could be, able to sell players and make money that way. Could be a good thing for youth or for soccer in this country. But it was an interesting article, and I'm not up to date on everything, so this article could be very dated. I don't know, but the question that I was going to come up with was, what was DeAndre Yedlin's club in the Seattle area that he played for that is asking for money for his transfer fee to Tottenham?
You know that? Yeah. Do you know that? Okay.
Okay.
He knows it.
We're gonna test.
This is the guy that runs the soccer trivia on Wednesdays here at Union Jacks at 8:00.
That's true. I mean,
Oh, that was a nice plug.
That was a nice plug.
job. Remember, that's 8 o'clock on Wednesdays.
Wednesday, sorry, Wednesdays, 8 o'clock.
But he was
Except for
like,
tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Not tomorrow.
he was
No,
like, I know the
one
answer.
round of 4
Wait,
questions.
Google.
Nope.
Oh yeah, Dragon's gonna go ahead and look it up. So what's the club that Yedlin played for in Seattle that is now asking for money for a transfer fee?
I forget what the rule's called that they name. It's a FIFA rule, but they're asking FIFA.
These are for 2 tickets. These are the nice like premier level $65 a piece tickets for Saturday's
Club
game
team for DeAndre
against
Yedlin.
the Cosmos.
Trying to sell him. Make money. Get that money. I got a question.
She knows
Yeah. Do you think you know it, or did Peter just tell you?
No, he didn't tell me.
Okay, you can.
The Seattle Rain.
That's not the one I was thinking of, or the one I read about in the article.
Okay.
The women's team.
I was gonna say you might have 2 clubs, but the one that I read about in the article,
Now you just questioned Greg's knowledge. He's like, is that right? That might be right.
Use
because
hashtag.
it did say there was like
BYBcast.
Yes. Hashtag BIBcast on Twitter. Go ahead.
All right, and I'm gonna ask while we're waiting on
Sure.
this. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, geography questions,
all right.
back to back here. So there are 5 countries that surround the Republic of Macedonia. Do you know those 5 countries?
Gosh,
And there are. I'll just give you something even simpler. There are 3 states that technically connect with Michigan. Do you know the 3 United
I
States
like this. I like how you're doing this.
oh man,
that connect with Michigan? Well, hell, you should know that one.
I don't know. Like
he's
the
playing in Indiana. He's got to.
Yeah, Indiana is one of them. I mean,
Okay, great. There's one.
Illinois.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Man,
give
if I'd
me-
have played
give
in
me any-
Macedonia.
Wait, Michigan is right.
Yeah, Michigan is that thing, right? Depending on how you're looking at it, right?
No, it's kind of. I guess it could be a tough one if you don't know.
Do you have any countries that you could think of?
Surrounding
I
Macedonia.
don't even know if I know the
I'm
answer
just
to
gonna
your
sound
question.
dumb. Serbia.
Boom.
That's
One.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Look at it. Dragon's like out.
See, I want,
We were talking about one earlier, which might get offended because they share.
Greece.
Boom. There's 2. You're still one up on him because he has 1 state.
he's only got 3 to name.
I
too.
know,
Yeah.
right?
And
I
he
don't
plays in one of them.
I mean,
That's just basically got 2 to name.
Right.
We might have to take the Yedlin question offline too.
Croatia is not. No.
I think East and West.
Did you like study up on this too? That
I've
before we
already
came.
known- I've known this. But
Berbatov.
What did you say? Was that a country? Or
No,
I'll give
player. Berbatov.
Berbatov. See, Berbatov. I don't even know where he's from. I'll be honest with you, man. I haven't thought about that guy in like 10 years. I forgot he's still playing. I know who he is, but dude,
Do you know the answer to the 5 countries?
I was just looking at that area too on the plane. I'm not lying.
So we already have Greece and Serbia out of the way.
That border Macedonia.
Romania? No.
No, you're in the right area.
Huh?
I mean, you're getting there.
No.
Bowl.
I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah.
Bowl.
Oh, Poland?
Bowl.
Oh,
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria?
Bulgaria, right?
Rusev. Just say you're Rusev.
Okay. All right.
What is that? 3?
There is.
Sorry,
a,
guys.
There is.
I'm
a,
sorry.
There is there's a brewery called the New. Isn't it Indiana Brewery? New Al. Okay.
Albania?
Albania. Bam. There's another one.
Look at
I
that.
was trying to think.
And then there's one that I guarantee nobody's gonna get. It's really, 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 really small.
And some countries don't say it's a country. So
Some
Right.
countries don't say it's a country.
Right.
Moldova?
No, a lot of people don't call that one either.
Yeah, Kosovo.
Kosovo. Yeah, there you go. Bam.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Bulgaria,
Bill. Did you
Serbia,
say thanks, Bill
Kosovo,
Clinton?
yep, Albania, and Greece. Yep. All right, you have 2 states.
Yes. He's like, nope.
Okay, what's next to Indiana? There's a really great university there.
Kentucky.
That's south.
Where
Oh,
Highland's
wait,
from?
can
You know where?
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Highland, where Kyle Highland's from.
Ohio.
Now you
Worst,
got one
worst
other
state in the union.
Worst state in the union. Is that what you say? Oh yeah, because of Michigan.
Well, yeah.
I heard that nobody wants to go
Armpit.
to Ohio. That-
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad over there.
Indiana, Ohio, and
Go up.
North.
yeah.
Remember, Michigan split into 2. You have the Lower Peninsula
And the UP.
and the UP, the Upper Peninsula. It's
The
broken up
Upers.
between two major lakes. So it's what that's connected to.
Huh? Upers?
Their
Yeah.
major university is the Badgers.
Ooh, there you go.
I don't know the universities.
Okay, that's true.
Huh? It's where Peter Wilt's from. It's where
Where Peter Wilt's from
They were in the finals for the NCAA championship.
this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dragan doesn't watch basketball. Did you watch basketball?
Uh,
Milwaukee and Madison
Milwaukee,
are the two of
Madison.
the big cities.
Wait, the blue jerseys.
Red and white. No, Milwaukee and Madison are two major cities.
when you break eggs and you go and you get them all broken up. It's called a Green Bay.
Green Bay Packers,
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. The
Sorry,
states.
just tell me.
I can. Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
That's okay. You're never gonna not know now.
When you whisk eggs, you just don't
Whisk
whisk
eggs.
it.
It's like when you break eggs and you start to mix them all up. What is that called?
He keeps trying to boot.
I don't think
It's a
he knows
jackal.
the
A
English
jackal.
word
It's a
to
jackal.
whisk. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know the word.
Sorry, I brought up garlic the other day, and Christian had no idea what I was talking about.
Garlic? What did he
He was,
call
like, he was like, "What's the word for?" And he's trying to explain garlic to me.
You're like, garlic? And no.
He's like, "Yeah."
No, the things you kill vampires with. And I was like,
I was
no.
about to say you were about to do your Christian again. It was about to turn
I'm
into
not
an
gonna do Christian anymore.
Indian
Not-
man.
Yeah. Okay. So
All right,
well, that was a complete train wreck there. That was great.
what the
That's good.
questions?
Yeah.
Eastern Europe's hard, man. I can do
No
decent
shit, there's
geography,
like-
but like
that's
there's a
1,000
lot of countries
countries.
in
It
Eastern
really
Europe.
is,
Like
yeah.
that's
Let's
tough.
clear up the Twitter confusion too from earlier. Who is your club team?
Oh, my club team
Yes.
growing up, we were called.
No,
No.
you're the one
Oh,
you
the team
support
advanced
now.
to the- Oh, wait. Oh.
Who do you support? Who's your club?
I'm on Arsenal, I guess. I'll go Arsenal. It's
Man, that Liverpool guy is going to be so pissed.
is he gonna hammer me?
I don't know.
Yeah, you might see something on Twitter.
You're gonna have a new sign in the crowd going.
Dude, I'm sorry,
And then
buddy.
obviously
Oh.
Real Madrid.
Finally, Hala Madrid. Yeah.
It's the first time a guest has actually been like, oh, yeah, finally.
Makes me so happy.
'Cause everybody's like
Understand.
United or Chelsea.
I root against all the big clubs. I mean, Arsenal's up there. I get it, but they're like,
Right.
You're just like, wait a minute.
You could have said like West Ham or something like that.
Oh,
Would
no,
be
I
way
know.
better.
Oh,
I
I'm
know,
a big,
but it's
I'm
like
a big
dude,
Villa fan.
people that have a shot. I mean, like people that have a shot, but aren't like
People that
Chelsea.
have a shot.
But I was still like
Well, when they get
in
relegated,
the
they have a shot.
5-6 range, 4-5-6 range.
But then
Well,
you
you
have
pick-
soccer hipsters that pick like the one team nobody's ever heard of. And go,
Well-
oh, I've supported them for like 15 years. Like, dude, you're like 22.
I feel like I'm almost about to start supporting Villa. I feel like Villa is on like Sportsnet like every day. I see them on like every weekend. I feel like they show them more than everybody else.
Yeah, Villa is
Double
all over
dead
the
eye.
place. What double dead eye?
Hey, he didn't pick them. He traded them.
What?
He traded Villa.
Oh, uh-oh.
He has an English friend who
No,
likes
thanks, man.
American football.
Okay.
So he wanted, yeah, he wanted to be a fan of the
Did we get
club.
any
He
answers?
said, "What's your
No.
club?"
We'll just have to take it on.
All right, we'll
offline.
take it offline.
We'll take it offline.
All right. Second question.
No, we'll take that offline too. We don't have to worry about it. We'll just
All
create a question on Twitter and just
All
go.
right, cool.
No big deal.
All right. Yep, we got a hard stop.
Yeah, we got a hard stop. But
Man, that stinks.
What's the
I know.
capital of Michigan? That was my next question.
Oh, you want me to answer that, or you want him to answer that?
I don't know for the Twitter content.
Oh,
That was going to be my next one. If we had, he was going to do one. I was going to do one.
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I thought I had F2. That was my
you-
backup.
I want you to come up with a movie based question that we can ask for somebody to win tickets to the game on Saturday. It's all right. You can tell us later after off
Okay.
air if you want.
Yeah.
We'll give you some time to think about it.
All right.
Twitter accounts. Do you have a Twitter account?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's rarely use it.
Yeah. Why not?
Use it
I don't
enough.
know. Yeah, I use it when somebody like
When somebody direct messages you.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
Add Dragan Stojkov, I believe.
Twitter. Yeah.
Stojkov.
Stoikov, sorry. Dragan Stojkov.
The J's are like Y's.
Stojkov.
Right.
Stoikov.
At Dragan Stojkov.
007.
That
Oh,
R.
007.
Yeah, but I was young. I made it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Playing Goldeneye.
Like everything,
Yeah.
mate.
Well, at Jay Kizzle. So I was also young when I did mine.
Hold on. I think Janicki is much more young, like that young.
Dude, Snoop
Hey,
Dogg was hot when I was making my Twitter
Janicki.
handle. I was in college. I did not use it for like 7 years. I just got back. on it a little
somebody's
bit.
scouting him. He's like Janicki at hotmail.com.
I thought about changing it.
Look at his MySpace page. His music that comes
Yeah.
on is amazing.
My MySpace page is sick. MySpace is coming back with the hipsters. I know they're gonna bring it back, man.
I know.
I keep it relevant.
Nothing. I mean,
Come on,
no,
you know
come
why.
on. You know why. Come on.
I've seen your scarf room.
He does not have a fixed gear bike.
Well, that's
Yet.
yeah. Night's still young.
Guys, I want to say thank you. I know this is a weird start.
Oh, real quick too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last
Yeah,
thing to
do your
say,
thing, do your thing.
just because we always like to do this, just anything you'd like to say to the fans. I wanted to ask you as well. You had a tweet about when things are kind of firing all years. This team's really scary.
Yeah, I think it just shows you what we can do. It's just we've been in every game. It's just been a couple mistakes here and there. And I think it just shows you how talented we are.
How do you feel this team compares to San Antonio last year?
It's just different. We were older.
Yeah.
Probably not as less talent. I mean, raw talent. We have some really good players here. We need to just continue to learn, I guess. And it's just like a couple plays. We've been kind of trying to cut out those one or two mental errors every game. If we can do that, this week it was set plays, set pieces. We got beat 3 times, and we made maybe some dumb fouls, a couple bad calls here and there. But you kind of make your own luck with the referee. It's just little things here and there, little tweaks. Guys just got to mature, but we can do it. But yeah, it's a couple details here and there. And I just think it's scary when you get on the same page. And I think it's going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
We've been getting better. Tim's been doing a great job. It's just where we now. I think is like we can win this league. Like that's our goal now. It's like, dude, we can win this. And I don't know that it's always been like that. I mean, I've only been here for 6 months, so I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here and try to act like I know everything about soccer. But it's like, dude, we have good players here. Like, let's have that mentality. Like, a couple wins here and there, we're in first place. So I think it's sort of culture. It's like it's a culture change and to believe in the process. That's sort of the thing that I say. It's not going to happen overnight, but just keep getting better and believe in the process. We'll get where we're going to be.
So, any thoughts from both of you about the fans?
To be patient, also everything.
Come give you hugs. Just come out on the field and give you hugs.
We're gonna give our best every game. We're gonna take one game at a time. We're not thinking about what's gonna happen after 2 months. We're thinking about next game, and we'll try to win every game that comes. So.
Yeah, just patience. It's been unbelievable that they've still selling out every game. It's just that needs to continue to happen because that helps us tremendously, obviously. But just know that we work our asses off every day. Guys are really busting their ass for Tim, and I think it's ratcheted up. I think the Jurgen thing, a little bit of a wake up call for everybody. Yeah, we all were all sad to see him go. We didn't play as well as we all liked for him, but I think it's changed a little bit, and I think we're busting our ass. We're really trying to get this thing where it needs to be, and the
team is trying also. They're bringing players, making them more competitive. It's nice when you have more competition, even on training.
Right, training's getting better. Guys are working hard. It's going in the right direction. It's trending upward. So just stick with us.
Quick question from Twitter before we go: who's the fastest guy on the team?
I'm going to say Brian Brown or I'm going to say Lacroix.
Brian? No. Brian's the slowest Jamaican in the history of Jamaicans.
Lacroix. All right.
Duke.
Yeah.
Duke.
Fast without ball, with ball, 10 yards, 50 yards.
Although I'm just going to throw Duke on it. I did catch Duke in a sprint in training at IUPUI a couple weeks ago, and guys are giving me crap like it was your angle that you took, and I was like, well, that's just experience. The angle is what it matters, right?
That's
I caught him. I put the ball away. They were like, you
angles.
caught him. I was like, yeah, man, I can run when I need to. I just choose not to.
Awesome. Well, yeah. All right. Anyway, thanks, guys. We're PR Podcast Show, and thanks for having us. And make sure you check us out on YouTube. And thanks to you guys too.
Thanks for
having us. Man.
Thanks for having us. Bye. Oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Because they don't need the speakers here.
Yeah.
I just wanted That's a
Be
weird end. Right. So because I want the end of this. So all right.
That way
So
we don't have
on
to
the
do a hard
ball.
stop.
On
Because
the
we're still
ball.
on. We're
Yeah.
just not broadcasting.
Yeah.
So that makes it work.
Yeah, so you're still recording this,
Mhm.
though, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah. The ball. Fastest.
On the ball?
Yeah, you.
No, I don't
Fast
know.
feet.
No, I mean, I don't know. We haven't like timed anybody.
Fastest on the ball. I don't know. Duke's just quick, man. That guy
Dylan
is
is
just,
quick with the ball.
Dylan is very fast with the ball.
Yeah.
In and out, cuts, stopping and going. Dylan's probably the quickest. And
Yeah, I
with the
feel
ball.
it.
Really?
Straight run, Duke, man, that guy, he glides. He was
Yeah.
ahead of the play the other day. I think in the Carolina game,
Yep.
he had like outrun the play and was like in the Brickyard Battalion
Yeah.
and like waiting for a cross. I'm like, dude, you need to stop.
Like,
Come
you're
back.
off sides.
Yeah,
You're off
you-
sides of everybody. You beat the fans
I
to
think-
the stadium.
I think he pulled his quad on that play too.
Oh, really?
unfortunately. Whatever happened to him, but yeah,
She's got to pee and she's got to try to cross the.
Oh, the death thing. So we should stop.
Yeah.
All right. That's
It's all right, but no. Thanks to you guys both for coming on. It's a pleasure.
You're so damn disinterested.
What?
I'm so.
I am not.
I'm disappointed.
No, we're gonna have him back on, and we're gonna go.
You're just
We're gonna go for like 2 hours.
at a movie theater. We're gonna.
Oh
record
yeah,
at a
let's
movie
do a
theater.
recording at a movie
We'll do like
theater.
a Mystery Science 3000, like Theater 3000. Just talk over a
Go
movie.
ahead.
It'd be good. All right.
I'm in. Let's do
All
it
right.
this week, man. Me and Dragan
Yeah.
will be there one day. We'll let
Okay.
you know.
Down. Sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
guys.
Thanks.
So hot in these headphones. It's like death.
Usually we don't have a hard stop like that.
God.
You just kind of keep chatting, whatever.
Yeah, it's usually just like, okay, well, we got about an hour in, and then we're done.
Yeah, but there's plenty of talk.
Yeah, I know, but it's just there's certain shows that, especially that we do, that are just kind of like.